Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Cloudy today. Showers are likely. 62 the high. It's very cloudy. 58 downtown GR. An update on the story we talked about a couple times last week. The Cedar Springs War Memorial that was vandalized, and the gun and the helmet were ripped off, that were there to honor a man who died in Operation Enduring Freedom, Timothy Brown. And then it was the three people were found to have stolen it, if you remember. One was a minor, which I think as of Friday, his name had not been released. 17, yeah.
Yeah.
Name had not been released, and I thought I read that there was a chance that they wouldn't face charges like the other two. But I might be crazy. Then it was a 20. Sure. And then there was a 27-year-old.
Yeah, it was 27, 20, and 17, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 27-year-old. Oh, I take it back. It might be the 20-year-old who might not be facing charge. Authorities charged Justin Lynn Rossman, 27, and David Somerville, 17, with receiving and concealing stolen property stemming from memorial theft. The crime carries up to a 5-year penalty. The pair, along with Austin Coleman, are charged with breaking into the concession stand, a felony punishable up to 10 years in prison. Holy moly. Now, also facing charges now is the dad, Tracy Lynn Coleman, the father of one of the people who committed the break-in. He was arrested after Kent County Sheriff's deputies found on his property pieces of the vandalized Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom Memorial honoring Timothy Brown.
Okay, well, it makes sense, though, that it would be on his property if they live with him, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. So is he being charged because they think he knew something about it?
Like he was on purpose, or that it was just somewhere in the yard and he didn't know? Well, I mean, if you're going to charge somebody, I would think that there's proof that you were willingly and knowingly doing that.
I would think so.
You have to.
Because I can't imagine that anybody would go after somebody. You know, if I hid something like in the back corner of my parents' yard, whatever it was, I could have had a car back there and they probably wouldn't find it.
Well, not back in your day, but this is a day and age where if your son gets caught with a couple of dime bags, they might take your house.
I suppose.
Yeah, perhaps. But I think if it really does seem like you had no clue, that's less likely to happen.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm talking about are the cases where the police seize whatever they want. If you had no idea about it, son gets caught dealing drugs, they take your house, take the family house.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Guys, Kitabaloo is coming up this weekend, and one of the reasons you're going to want to go is the animal guy, Jeff Musial. Jeff joins us right now. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Not much. How are you?
Hey.
Good, man.
Good. Hanging in there. I heard it's supposed to be 60s up there, so I won't be driving through 8 feet of snow to get there this year. So I'm excited about that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
well,
it's been great.
Someone lied to you about the 60s, though, but there should not be any snow.
Yeah, it might be
50s.
upper 50s, though. Yeah, so that's not bad.
But put on a happy face because it is upper 50s, which is almost 60.
I like it.
Yeah, that is not bad.
Last year, 2 years ago, I drove through there, and that's when Buffalo got to November, 8 feet of snow. I drove 19 miles down one road through 8 foot of snow on both sides, and it was just one lane that one of those big things came through like a giant snow blower and cut a lane to get through
awful.
on country roads.
Did you was it that a point where you thought to yourself, is this the path that I planned?
Yeah, you know what? There's a couple. I contemplated a lot of things while I was driving there, and I'm like, is this? And I'm going and driving, and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? But I made it. It was good. Picked up a friend on the way, so it was a good time.
That's the way. Kitabaloo comes up this Saturday in Grand Rapids at DeVos Place. Looking forward. You're going to be great. And Jeff Musial will be there like that. You see him on the Today Show, Tonight Show, everywhere else. What animals are you bringing?
Yeah.
Laundry list, please.
We always make a list, and then we kind of go off the list. We have a plan B because animals can have bad scale, bad fur, bad feather day. So we don't want to bring out anyone that's in a bad mood. But we always bring a mix of anything from the miniature fennec foxes, which people freak out about, baby kangaroos, big snakes, alligators, monkeys, a little bit of everything. So we bring a nice little mix,
The sloth, is the sloth there with you? Can you put him on?
Like on the phone?
He doesn't say too much. I have him, he's full size now. and he's a big boy, and he is in my facility. Actually, I'm in the office in the front of the facility, but yeah, he's in there. And I was trying to last night I was trying to trim claws, which is not fun at all because sloths, everyone's like, oh, they're so slow and loving. This thing can hook you with a left or right hook and the mouth wide open. So he wants to grab you and pull you in. And sloths do bite, and that's probably the only time that they actually move fast.
Oh, no, he probably just wanted to hug you. Right?
Yeah, probably.
Right, yeah,
they're adorable.
A little kiss. There's a little love bite.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that video of that one in Australia that got saved from a roadway. He was very huggable. Yeah.
Oh, the one that they turned into Superman, right?
That's right.
Yeah, they picked him up. Yeah, he just crawls across the road. Yeah.
Jeff Musial's with us.
It just depends. Some of them. This one here, he's got a little bit of an attitude problem. He's an adolescent male now, so he thinks he's king of the castle.
Well, you should remind him that there are plenty of others in this world that would be happy to take his place as the star of a huge show.
I'm no
production.
I'm no expert about animals, and I know you are, but one tip I've picked up on is animals are really prone to being taught who's the boss by standing next to them and air humping. That's what my dog does.
Yeah, is that how?
I've never heard of that before, but I'll try it. I'll try it as soon as I get off the phone with you guys.
Kiddabaloo is the perfect place to start.
Yeah, that's what
Once again, our coworkers are very proud of us for tying these things together.
Number one for hip thrusting, Kiddabaloo.
That's right.
I'm going to try it. I'll try. Anything's worth a try. Anything's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Jeff, this goes back to something we talked about earlier on the show that there was no way you would have heard of, but we were talking about support animals, and there's a thing on, there was a news story we watched about how people are committing fraud to get support animals they don't necessarily need just because they want to take animals. And they cited examples of people flying with a goose, a rooster, and a pig. And we turned it into a what would you rather. If you're on a plane, now you obviously are more comfortable around a wide array of animals than any of us.
Yeah.
What do you want sitting next to you? Goose, rooster, or pig?
That's a tough one. I'd probably go with, is it a potbelly pig, or are we talking straight out of the farm pig?
It's a teacup pig.
Yeah, we'll say like Arnold Ziffel.
Yeah, I'll take the teacup pig because the goose have projectile poop, and so do the roosters. The roosters don't shut up because they're going to want everyone to know that they're on the plane.
Yeah, plus they've got those talents.
You're picking him up, those pigs usually don't scream unless you're picking them up. So if you put them in a nice blanket next to you on the seat, we're good to go.
Okay,
that's the correct answer.
Okay, how about this?
The answer we were looking for.
Yeah.
Charming pig or baby that's teething?
I'll take the pig.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
Based on what you just said.
I mean, if it's a charming pig.
I'll take a plane full of pigs over a baby that's... I just flew in from L.A., 2 weeks ago? And the lady behind me, the kid just cried and screamed the whole time. It wasn't even like she tried to stop him. She just let him go. I turned around and looked at her. She just looked at me and shrugged her shoulders. I was like... I even had the Beats by Dre headphones on, noise canceling.
And you could hear
There's got to be some kind of stipulation on that because you could still hear it. And
that is awful.
Blazing. And the stewardess came over and talked to her, and she was like, what do you want me to tell you? She's like, you don't have like a teething ring or a binky or anything for this thing, for this child and for this thing. And at the point, it was like a monster. I was like, this got to be.
Take that thing into the lab.
People in front of me, and then the people in front of me brought on probably 4,000 pounds of Burger King.
Oh, no, not
and
good.
They're eating onion rings. I got that hit me from the front with a nice fine tune of BO. And then a baby screaming at me from the back, and I thought I was in hell.
I would rather sit by a loud baby than someone who brings food onto a plane that I don't like.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even mind. I don't mind a nice Whopper here and there. You know what I mean? But not 40,000 pounds of it with
to be trapped,
freezing, and they got their fans blowing on it, so it's hitting me. Oh God, you guys just made me have a bad daydream.
Yeah, you're having a flashback.
You are
Lieutenant Dan. Jesus.
Jeff Musial with us. He's going to be at Kiddabaloo in GR, obviously this Saturday. That's at DeVos Place. It's from 11 until 4 on Saturday, and you have your show at 2 o'clock. VIP access includes access to all event activities, access to the show with Jeff, and then autographed photo with Jeff, and one of the animals, and you've promised it'll be the most dangerous one.
Right, because, I mean, who doesn't want to get a picture with almost getting your head ripped off by like a grizzly bear?
Why not throw your career away
You
this
get a lot of likes.
And that really screams like awesome photo for your living room.
Yeah. Nobody wants to put a picture of themselves with a dog on their mantle.
Have you?
Right.
Has an animal ever freaked on you? Not like sex. I meant freaked out.
Yeah. Oh, you don't mean like they put on dirty music.
I've had that happen too.
Yeah.
But by a 2-year-old male camel tried having the Steve Harvey show actually about a week and a half ago.
No kidding.
Really?
Was Steve Harvey shocked, and did he have a big suit on?
So this was he had a big suit on, but this was behind the scenes. This thing was trying to.
Oh man, I was already going on YouTube to try to find you being assaulted by a camel.
Yeah, this was behind the scenes. Thank God, but everyone on scenes are staring at me. We didn't know what to do. I'm like, I was being mounted by a camel. Okay, someone grab a lead, someone move something off. No, they just let it go to town. But
you should have just told one of your assistants, like, this isn't going to stop until it's finished off. So I'm going to be in the green room. You work on that.
You bring me paper towels.
Someone bring the camel a cigarette, right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've had a couple things happen here and there. I've had I did the Late Night with Jimmy Fallon last show before it turned into the Tonight Show. I've done that show between that and the Tonight Show 42 times or something now.
Wow,
and one of the worst times was not the worst. I turned it into the best. It was great TV, but we had a 2,500-pound water buffalo on there. And during the dress rehearsal, he sat right there, and I held him by the lead. And Jimmy doesn't come out. They have somebody else out there, producer, pretending they're Jimmy, and we talk through it, make sure they get all the right camera angles. And I'm holding this 2,500-pound water buffalo. Well, they're like, is there anything funny you can do with it? I'm like, sure. There's a lot of funny stuff you can do with it, but 2,500-pound water buffalo. If this thing goes, it's going to take me and the roots right through the wall of rock.
Right.
So let's not do anything funny with it. I'll make some jokes and crack some jokes, but let's just have a water buffalo be a water buffalo, okay?
Right.
So we bring it out, and what's the first thing Jimmy does? Someone told him, one of the producers is like, oh, you got to look into his eyes. Oh, my God. Jimmy bends down to look at him, and when you get in this thing's face, it wants to come up and nuzzle on you. It's actually a very tame 2,500-pound water buffalo, and it comes up and well, Jimmy comes over and 30 seconds in, squatches down, looks him in the eye, and this thing starts moving. And my feet, you can watch it on YouTube. It's got 5 million hits. My foot is in the ground, and he's dragging me across the stage. And I'm trying to hold my feet as hard as I can on the ground. He's just dragging me. So I'm like, oh, hey, what do you do? So I start walking him, and we take a circle. The best is you got to watch it a couple times and watch the eyes of the roots. They're in the back. Their eyes lit up. They were just they look like they were ready to drop instruments and run. I take them in a nice little circle.
I'm watching it right now.
Like they recognize that this isn't how it's supposed to be going. They saw maybe some trepidation in your face.
I walk in a nice little circle, and I make a joke out of it. I'm like, who told you to look him in the eyes? You never look him in the eyes. And we went in another little circle. But if that thing wanted to go, we were going, all of us. Me, him, Jimmy attached to the horns, and the rest of the Roots crew.
There's
right to
nothing
the wall.
you can do.
No.
Well, Jeff's show will be Saturday at DeVos Place. It's going to be fantastic. Kiddabaloo, you can get all the details.
No water buffaloes.
No water buffaloes at WGRD.com. Because you have made a career rescuing animals and helping animals and being an animal guy, I'm guessing it's sort of like being the doctor amongst your group of friends, meaning everyone who has an animal situation calls Jeff. Jeff, there's a bird in my backyard. I don't know if the mother's coming back. Can you come get it?
Jeff, my lemur won't listen to me. What should I do?
Yeah.
I feel like you were at dinner with me and my wife yesterday. We were just talking that, and people were like, hey, I don't know, my son's turning 6, and, can you bring some animals over to the house, when you come for the party? I'm like, I thought we were coming just to hang out, eat some pizza.
Oh, yeah, no way.
No, they're friends with you because they think you're prop guy.
They thought they could sneak it in. You're like, I get paid for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I said to my wife, I go, you know what? Someone wants to help move? I'll help you move. I'll move your house. I'll do whatever you want. When it comes to animals, that's what I get paid to do. That's my job. Like, I don't have someone come out, my buddy's accountant. I don't have him come over and do all my book work. You know what I mean?
At a party.
Hey, come on over to my kid's party, and I'm going to bust out the books quick. Let's go over the books.
Well, it's a tax-themed party, man.
Saying that. And I get the calls for hey, my snake won't eat, or this time of year especially, it gets colder. So a lot of people that have snakes and bearded dragons and that, they kind of shut down. They go into a normal hibernation. It's called hibernation with reptiles. So they'll kind of shut down. Well, my cell phone will ring nonstop with, my brother's uncle's second cousin's ball python won't eat rats. What do I do? And I'm like, well, he's probably shutting down. What do you mean shutting down? Do I have to call a vet? What do I? And it turns.
Come on, man! I fed him dozens of Fagos yesterday.
Right.
I was
right, and I don't know what is going on or why he's not feeding. But
you should be allowed to just say, and no one should be able to get mad at you. You should just say, "Oh, okay, you need to get internet. See ya."
Yeah.
Do you have internet? Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah,
Got it.
I believe the answer is Google.
It should be okay.
Yeah, I think it should be. And also, the next time one of your friends says, "Can you bring animals over?" you should say, "Oh yeah, sure, no problem," and then just bring like a regular cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then drop
Just
it off.
Just a
adopt
normal
it for them.
dog. Yeah. Hey.
JeffMusial.tv and all the details for Kiddabaloo at WGRD.com. Jeff, we're looking forward to it Saturday. Thanks for calling us today.
No problem, man. Looking forward to it as well. Love the interview. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Jeff.
see
We'll
ya.
see ya. There you go, Jeff Musial. Kiddabaloo.
That was awesome.
Gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
It's corn.
I want him in here.
I do too. I want the sloth in here.
Yeah. I don't care about the kids. I care about us.
Last time he was in town and was going to be able to come on the show with animals, but we were doing a live show.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
We should have had him there for the live show.
Awesome.
It would have been. I feel silly.
I know it. Except it's in another state.
Oh, you don't mean like a live show here?
Right.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked out.
It's corn. Got the live. 97.9 GRD Rocks.